Halo, karibu tena kwenye mafunzo ya programming. Leo tunaenda kuangalia namna gani unaweza tukazitumia hizi logical na relational operator kwa kutaka kucheck, je, hizi expressions ni true ama false. Kama nilivyosema, any logical or expression operator is a question. Is a question that gives answers, and that answer can either be true or false. Ama kwenye C tunasema 0 or 1. So for example, if I define a variable and say maybe let's take a variable num is equal to 67, and maybe int num2 is equal to 56. So let's say I want to compare. So I might say, okay, let me ask myself some questions. So I'll have to store the result because I said it's a question, so it should return some kind of result. So result is equal to, is num greater, or maybe is num equal to num2? That's what this expression does. This is a relational expression. So we are trying to relate between num and num2. Tunajaribu kuangalia, je, num tukichukua num na num2 zinafanana? Ndio maana yake halisi. Ndio maana yake halisi. Je, tukichukua num na num2 zinafanana? Kwa ina maana jibu hili ni question. Hii ni swali. Je, jibu unalolipata kalistoe kwenye result. Kwa hiyo jibu kama litakuwa true, basi tutaweka kwenye result. Result itakuwa na value 1. Kama jibu hili la hapa litakuwa false, result itakuwa na value 0. So let's output the result. The result is %i and then pass result. Right? So if this one is true, it's going to give us a 1. Kama itakuwa false, itatupa 0. So in this case, we know it's false, so it's supposed to give us a 0. And if we run this, let's see what it runs. It gives us a 0. So it gives us a 0. So that's the result of this expression. So what if we want to say, is num1 greater than num2? Obviously, it's true, so it's supposed to return us a 1. And here you see the result is 1, right? So this relational operator is a question that gives us either of two answers, a 0 ama 1. Kwa hiyo yenyewe lazima ikupe jibu moja, kama ni 0 ama ni 1. 0 ikimaanisha false, 1 ikimaanisha true. Kwa hiyo vivyo tunaweza tukacompare greater or equal, which in this case will give us also a 1, right? As you can see there. But if we choose less than, obviously num is not less than num2, so it's supposed to give us a 0, and it does. And less or equal is the same, right? It's the same, it gives us a 0. But we may also use a not. We may also use a logical operator to negate this, like this. So if we do this, for example, it means whatever is returned from this result, reverse it. So num is not less than num2 or equal to num2, so the result will be false. Now since we have put a not here, then the result will be true, so it will be 1. So as we can see, the result is 1. So this is the function of the not operator. This is a unary logical operator. But also we may want to combine. So let's combine with an and. Let's say we want num is num greater than 18 and num less than 100, right? So This is our first expression. This is the end expression. So we may put brackets just to emphasize. So we have the first condition, and also we have the second condition. Is num between 18 greater than 18? Yes, it is. Is num less than 100? Yes, it is. So the result is supposed to be true because both are true. So if I run this, then the result will be 1. But if any one of these is false, for example, is num less than 18? False. Is num less than 100? True. This one will give me a false, which gives us a 0, as you can see here. Naona inatupa 0. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu hii hapa inatupa false. It only gives true if both are true. And in the same case, we know that num is greater than 18. But what if we put num is greater than 100? We know this one is not true. So the overall result will be false. And there it is. It is false. So, well, this is for the AND operator. What if for a OR? For a OR operator, the result will be false only if both are false. Will be false only if both are false. Kwa mfano hii hapa, this one here is false, right? Num is greater than 18. This one is true actually. Num is greater than 18, right? And num is greater than 100. This is false. But since it is an OR, the result will be true. The result will be true. So you can see, as you can see, the result is 1, right? And also, if this one is false and this one is still true, then the result will still be true. Will still be true. So as you can see, the result is 1. The only condition when the result will be false is when num is less than 18. We know it's false. And also num is greater than 18. If both are false, then the result will evaluate to 0, which is false, as we can see it here. Okay? That is AND and OR. That is the AND and OR logical operator. So as we have seen, this is how they actually work. This is the depiction of that table that we showed in that previous tutorial, that kama umeweka logical operator ya AND, basi the evaluation will be true only if both are true. Na kama ni OR, basi that will be false only when both are false, and the rest will be true. Na hapa tumefikia mwisho wa tutorial hii ya leo. Stay tuned for our next tutorials.